Hello traders, Mark P. Markets here. My name is Mark Principato and I'm a chartered market technician, and thank you for joining me for another exclusive Bitcoin video analysis here for FX Empire. So in this session, I'm going to talk about the current Bitcoin price action and what type of reversal scenarios that I'm anticipating over the next few days. So with that, let's get started. This is for educational purposes only. For investment advice, please consult a licensed investment advisor. Also, if you'd like to know more about greenbridgeinvesting.com, which is my website, I will leave a link in the text portion of this analysis. We have a chat room and a signal service and a few of those things. All right, so let's get started here. First things first, let's talk about the overall price structure. So as we can see on this time frame, this is a bullish trend, higher lows and higher highs. The most recent high was the 69K peak, which was an all-time high. Since then, we've had a series of lower highs and lower lows. Now, this is a corrective structure within a broader bullish trend. Novice traders are going to call this a bearish trend. It's not. It's a bearish structure with bearish momentum, but it's correcting a broader bullish trend. The problem with thinking of this as a trend is it will mislead you into being bearish at levels where you should be thinking about buying activity, not selling. Now, in a bullish environment, supports generally hold, and that's what I'm looking for over the next few days because we are at some considerable support levels in the context of this broader trend. Let me explain. So recently we had this push off the 53K low or 53 half, whatever that was there. That initial push usually brings in a lot of longs because they all think that this is the beginning to the move to 100,000 and all the other hype that's out there. But it's still too early because this bearish structure has not proven to have been broken, right? As we can see here, price made it up until like the 58 or 59K area here, which is a resistance. It's a minor resistance followed by an outside bar, a bearish outside bar. So that resistance is still intact. So it's too early for the long, but here's what I'm looking for over the next few days. I'm looking for a couple of scenarios. First one is the higher low formation, which price can basically test the 55, maybe 54K area, followed by a reversal candle that I can confirm, I can measure my risk from, and I can justify that risk, right, with the confirmation. That either we get that scenario or price goes for what? The double bottom, which would be 53 half. If price can retest that area, that would be a high probability area for bullish activity. Again, in the form of an inside bar, a pin bar, or even an outside bar in that area. I can justify risk. Another scenario, which is usually much more tricky, is the failed low, where price can test slightly lower than the recent low, bringing in a lot of shorts, thinking that it's going to follow through with a lower low, and then it follows with a bullish reversal candle like a pin bar or an inside bar. So if I see one of those type of scenarios unfold at those price levels over the next few days, then I will be looking for confirmation, and once I can justify my risk, it would prompt for a swing trade idea going long. Again, we don't short Bitcoin, but the point is, especially at levels where we are at potential supports, if we get that double bottom or that higher low, that's going to prove a change in this corrective structure and improve the likelihood that the broader trend will continue, which means we will be looking at another leg that can take this thing into the low 60Ks, or at least into this resistance area up here, which is like the 63 to 65K area. All right, that's still within reason. So those are the scenarios I'm looking for as far as Bitcoin goes over the next few days. Now, there's always the possibility that this lower high that's in place can lead to a real lower low, meaning we see a test of 50K and it breaks. If we get that scenario, then we're looking at the next supports around the 45K area. What will make that scenario very significant is on the weekly time frame, it will prove that we're in a broader consolidation. I can show you that very quickly. This area here, if this candle pulls back, or if we get an expansion into this area back, that goes back a few weeks, that would actually prove that we're in a consolidation rather than an impulse wave, for those that are familiar with wave counts, okay? But we're not there yet, so I'm looking out for that, and we do have some pieces of that puzzle in place. It's just the market's not proven. So just keep that in mind as far as that's the type of risk you're facing with something like this. So I'm going to leave you with that. Again, if you have any questions, you can find me over at greenbridgeinvesting.com, and I can answer them there. Also, like I said, we have a chat room and stuff like that, so please visit if you can. Otherwise, thank you very, very much for watching. My name is Mark P. Markets, Mark Principato. Thank you.